Fabulous. Okay, great. Well, first of all, and now that everyone's here, again, a very warm welcome to Adevinta and our very first virtual Early Careers Open Day. Very, very exciting and glad that you can be with us this morning. So what is going to happen throughout the day? Well, we have got a really great lineup of talks for you. So obviously I'm doing the introduction, so we're going to cover a little bit about Adevinta and about the Early Careers Programme. And then I'm going to be handing over to the real experts at Adevinta, and we have 4 talks for you along with Q&A sessions at the end. So talks on front-end engineering, talks on UX, we've got a product expert talk, and finishing off with DevOps at 12:30 today. So we encourage you to join as many of those talks as you can, but of course it is a pick and mix, if you like, so you can come to 1 talk, 2 talk, or all of the talks. You are more than welcome to find out as much as you can about Adevinta and about the types of things that we do in product and tech here in Barcelona. And then the current cohort, who I'll introduce to you in a moment, will be finishing with some closing remarks and one more last chance for any questions that you might have at 1:15. So a jam-packed agenda for our open day, and as I said, hope you can make the most of that. So it's a fabulous team that we've got here that have put the day together and will be with you throughout the day, and as I said, doing those closing remarks and answering any questions for you. And I'm just going to first of all introduce myself, and then I will just introduce the team that we have. So my name is Nikki, and I'm the Senior Manager for the Early Careers Programme here at Adevinta. I've been in learning and development, talent, early careers space for quite a long time now, around 15 years, and I've been at Adevinta for just over 1 of those years, very much enjoying working with all the guys and girls on the Early Careers Programme, and also looking after some leadership development projects as well here. I'm originally from the UK, but have moved out to Barcelona recently, and who wouldn't, with the beach and the sun, etc. So just that's a little bit about me, just to introduce the team that we have here this morning though. So Tara, give us a wave. Okay, so Tara is one of our learning and development interns, and I know they're not expecting this, but what the heck. Say hello, Tara. Just tell us where you're from and what you're doing.
Hello, everyone. I'm Filipino-Lebanese. At Adevinta, I do a lot of fun things with the Learning and Development Department. And previously, I've been in also different organizations related to HR and a lot of other fun things too.
Fabulous. Thank you, Tara. Okay, we have Nicole as well, who works here as an intern as well as a full stack engineer. Nicole, I know you're on, so why don't you just say hello?
Hello, can you hear me? Sorry, I can't put my camera on. But yeah, I'm really excited to see you guys, and I will put my camera on later.
No problem.
When I got to the office. So yeah.
No problem. Okay. And so Camilla is one of our international generalists and has been at Adevinta for around 18 months now. I think maybe a little bit more than that. Camilla, why don't you say hello?
Hi, everyone. Yeah, we're so excited to welcome you. I am an international generalist, and I've been rotating through the company for the past around 2 years, and loved it so far, and so excited to have you here today.
Great. Thank you, Camilla. And Guillaume, I know you're on the call today as well, working in data engineering. Why don't you say hi?
Hi, everybody. So I haven't been in Adevinta for much, but it's been amazing so far. I've stick to one role, so it's been awesome, and I can wait to keep growing within this company.
Great, thank you, Guillaume. And Edward also has been part of the team. Now, I haven't seen Edward join this morning. I'm sure he will be joining us later. He can nip in if he is here. But Edward is one of our interns. He's been here since the beginning of the Early Careers Programme, and he works in data science, and he's currently doing his master thesis project with us at the moment. So a really great team from across all of our tracks in the Early Careers Programme. You've worked really hard to put this day to get together today. So thank you, team, and I know they'll be around to support throughout the day. Okay, so a little bit about the Early Careers Programme at Adevinta then. So basically, Adevinta, who are we, first of all, before we get on to the early careers? Well, we are an international family of local digital brands. We're a marketplace specialist, and we help local marketplaces to thrive around the world through global collections and networks of knowledge. So we, as we said, we're marketplaces. We work putting together perfect matches for people and products and services. And so we work across 11 different countries. And you have to keep up with this because this is changing all the time and we are growing as an organization. We touch around 800 million in a population footprint across those different countries, including the UK and including Italy and Spain and France and a whole host of other countries. And our site gets around 1.3 billion monthly visits. So we are a big player in our space, and we work really, really hard to make sure that all of those touch points are really, really great for our customers, that they trust our platforms, they trust our marketplaces, and that they have a really great experience and they can find the things that they need. In terms of where we are then, where our marketplaces are, well, you can see we are predominantly across Europe and South and Central America. So again, we are growing and we're always exploring new marketplaces and how we can grow our organization to best fit our customers and our profile. But you can see here we have a lot of really great brands across those different countries that we work in, and I'm sure that you will recognize some of those brands like Habitaclia, Photocasa, Le Bon Coin, Coaches.net, lots and lots of really, really great brands in our different marketplaces. And as I said, we're always looking for those opportunities to grow those brands and grow our marketplaces too. As I said, always looking for those opportunities to grow, and it's a really, really exciting time at Adevinta at the moment because we are in the process of acquiring eBay Classifieds Group. So this will be increasing our marketplaces, increasing our footprint, and brings a whole host of opportunities to Adevinta, which makes it a really, really exciting place to be at the moment. And again, you may recognize some of the brands and some of the marketplaces from eBay Classifieds Group as well. And you can see what an amazing opportunity this is for us to grow the organization. So we are in the middle of that acquisition at the moment, and we are looking forward to the transformation and the changes that this is going to bring in the organization over the next couple of years. So what do we stand for as an organization then? Well, as I said, we're a marketplace specialist, and we want our marketplaces to thrive. We want to help everyone to find new purpose and everything to find new purpose as well. So we support local communities and we build sustainable futures by making those perfect matches. So what do we mean by that? Well, we believe that every house can be a home, every person has a role to play in society, and every object can live a second, third, or even fourth life. They simply have to find that perfect match. So if you put yourself in the shoes perhaps of somebody who's trying to find that perfect match at the moment, so you want to find the perfect car, where do you go to find it? Well, on one of our platforms, depending on what marketplace you're in. Go have a search, find that perfect car. It's really, really a great experience to be able to find that perfect thing. So our marketplaces create these matches and help to build that sustainable future, what we call the second-hand effect. So just as our brands are founded on connections between people, we are also a people-first organization. And internally, we create networks of talent who have matching needs across our different marketplaces, our geographies, and also our disciplines. And you'll find out a little bit more about those disciplines throughout the day. And we work together for that common purpose of helping our customers to find those perfect matches. We really want to have a local effect. So we serve people where they live. We acknowledge what's special about each of our marketplaces, each of our locations and each culture. and every place that we work in. And that's why we develop our brands locally, and they form an integral part of daily life for all of our users across our marketplaces. And of course, our services also help local economies to grow sustainably. So it really is about having a positive impact on people's lives. We care about keeping the trust of our users and gaining new users, and we act responsibly in order to gain that trust and keep that trust. And thanks to that second-hand effect that I talked about, of buying and selling used goods, second-hand goods, our marketplaces promote sustainability across our geographies and help to protect the environment. For example, users of our marketplaces potentially save more than 20 tons of greenhouse gas emissions by buying second-hand goods, and that was back in 2017. And more recently, we have just produced our latest second-hand effect report as well. So you can see the impact that we're having in the world and across our marketplaces. Okay. So yeah, so we talked about that second-hand effect, and that is really, really important at Adevinta. Yeah, every day, all of our people and all of those who sell second-hand goods are creating that second-hand effect and having a really great sustainable effect across our marketplaces. Just bear with me one moment. So as I said there, the second-hand trade reduces waste, lowers carbon dioxide emissions, and preserves precious raw materials as well. So it's not just the immediate tangible second-hand effect that you can think of. It has a wide effect across lots of different sustainability. Each time one of our users, as I said, buys or sells something second-hand, the future of the planet benefits, and we're very, very proud of the part that we play in that second-hand effect. So bringing it a little bit more up to date, in 2020, users from our 9 marketplaces potentially saved over 1 million tons of plastic, over 20 million tons of carbon dioxide. And that's about the same yearly emissions as taking around 2.3 million Europeans, or the equivalent of taking all the cars off the road in Madrid for 10 years. And that's a pretty amazing effect to have. And if you want to find out more about that purpose and about our sustainability and the second-hand effect, we encourage you to go on to adevinta.com and just put /sustainability, and you can read a lot more about the effect that our marketplaces and our approach has across the world. Okay, so that's a little bit about Adevinta, about what we do and about the impact that we have in the world. But I want to talk a little bit now about the Early Careers Programme. So what does it mean, this early careers? What does it mean to be an early careers person at Adevinta? Well, it's our way of bringing junior talent into the business, which is really, really important. And by junior talent, we mean those who've potentially recently graduated, or people who've recently made a change in their career, so may have been to a coding school or academy. And we want to do that within an international environment. So when you come in as early careers, especially from the International Generalist Programme, there is an opportunity to work in some of those different marketplaces that I talked about and get a breadth of knowledge across the organisation. So we have 3 different tracks within the Early Careers Programme. First of all, we have our internships in both technical and non-technical roles. And depending on your location and situation, those internships can be anything from 6 months to 2 years. And we have some of our interns on the call today. So if you want to find out more about internships, today is a good time to do that. Secondly, we have our technical specialist roles. Now, these are the only permanent roles in the Early Careers Programme, and we have some open roles at the moment. And they go into one area of the business. They stick to one tribe, and it's about more getting depth of experience in a technical speciality. And you're going to hear in the talks today are centered around those technical roles. And so you'll get to know more about the areas of the business where we put our technical specialists. And we have some open roles at the moment, as we are at the moment recruiting and hiring for the early careers. So we have open roles in UX design, front-end engineering, and DevOps as well. And at the end of each of our talks this morning, there's a little bit more information about those roles. And of course, again, you can go onto adevinta.com, find out more about the early careers roles, and also apply. And then finally, we have our international generalist roles as well. And Camilla, who I introduced you to earlier, is one of our international generalists. This is a 2-year track, and it's for those coming into more business-related areas. So the more non-technical things like marketing, finance, product management, project management, etc. And they rotate across the business. So they do 3 lots of 8-month rotations and get a real breadth of experience in Adevinta to set them up for success in their career. So those are the 3 tracks we have in the early careers. But what does it mean to be on the program? What are some of the perks of being on the early careers Adevinta program? Well, we have many perks at Adevinta already, open to all of our employees, and of course our early careers participants can take advantage of those as well. So we have our Adevinta academies on our e-learning platform. So we have academies in product, machine learning, we have a sales academy. So lots of learning that's available to all of our employees. Adevinta Avenues is our competency and career framework. So we give a lot of thought to how people's careers will progress at Adevinta. So we give you support, give career coaching, you'll get guidance from your manager as well. But there's a framework, so a lot of work gone in to help people to understand where they are in their careers, where they want to go, and perhaps what they need to work on in order to progress. We are very, very actively involved in diversity and inclusion at Adevinta. It's something which is very, very important to us, and we want to help all people who join the organisation to succeed. And so we give extra support to different groups within our organisation. So we have a Women in Leadership programme supporting getting more and more women into the senior leadership across the business. So we have more diversity of leadership. We have LGBTQ+ communities, and we have what we call the change makers, who are actually concerned with diversity inclusion from all different perspectives, all different aspects, and we do lots of work across the business, making sure that it's a really inclusive and engaging environment for everybody to work in, and that everybody can be their best. And of course, we have lots of development workshops and other types of support as well. So we have the Radical Candor, so feedback is very important at Adevinta. So we help everybody to understand how to give and how to receive great feedback. The Be an Ally workshop are to do with diversity and inclusion, so how you can be an ally to specific groups within Adevinta and in the world. And heaps and heaps more workshops and development opportunities and support at Adevinta as well. If you join the Early Careers program, we also offer language courses. So if you want to improve your English skills, or you want to learn a new language because you're interested in working in that marketplace, then we provide language courses. You'll be part of the wider Early Careers community. So with Tara and with Camilla and Guilhem and lots of other Early Careers participants across the organisation. So you have that network and sharing of learning across the organisation. Extra support and coaching from the Early Careers team in terms of career coaching, regular check-ins to make sure that things are going well and that you're getting all the support that you need. And extra development as well. So in the Early Careers program recently, we've done workshops on resilience, effective communications, change leadership. We've also done project management and a wide variety of other training and development opportunities as well. So it's a really great program to join here at Adevinta. Talking of diversity and inclusion, this is the entire Early Careers population as it looks at the moment, and of course we're growing that population. But as you can see, we have Early Careers participants from a wide variety of countries. So yes, from Spain, of course, and across Europe, but also quite a big contingent from South America. And we also have, we're moving east. We have people from India and the Philippines and Lebanon and Egypt and places like that as well. So it's a really, really great community, very, very supportive, lots of different backgrounds, experiences and perspectives, and lots of opportunities to support and learn from each other. So a great community that you would be joining at Adevinta. So that was a little bit of a whistle-stop tour of what we do at Adevinta and a little bit about the Early Careers program as well. We do have a few minutes before we join our first speaker for the day at 1:30 p.m. So I will open up if you have any questions. Any questions about Adevinta? Any questions about the Early Careers program?
Well, hi. I would love to have more information about. Maybe this is set for later on the meeting, but for the requisites of the generalist program.
So what you need to the requisites in order to apply.
Yeah, that's right. The conditions for applying and so on.
Okay. Well, I can certainly answer that, but we have an international generalist with us, so I'm going to ask her to talk to you a little bit. So Camilla, can you talk about the international generalist requisites?
Yep. Hi, Matthias. Yeah, so the International Generalist Program, I think, as Nikki kind of explained, is a little bit more geared towards business and having a breadth of experience. So that being said, you can actually come from a variety of different backgrounds as long as you're very interested in business and then that breadth of experience and in tech, specifically in marketplaces. We give the assumption that you can adapt and you can learn in any of those positions. We're looking for people who can speak different languages so they can adapt to the different locations, who are adaptable, flexible, and who are super excited to change jobs, because in the end you're gonna be changing a lot, very often. So you have to be very excited about that. And yeah, I don't know what else to mention. We hire, I think, every year for this one.
Yeah, absolutely. So basically, as you said, a wide variety of backgrounds at degree or similar level, and really it is about that open-mindedness and that international mindset as well. So you need to be really curious, really motivated by learning, be able to learn quickly, try things, not be too risk averse, go in with a really positive attitude. Yeah, absolutely. Sure. So just that real open-mindedness to sort of try lots of different things and learn quickly. So yeah, as Camilla said, we actually hire once a year for this. We have closed for this year, but we will be hiring again, obviously. Next year, it's the technical roles that we're focusing on today, but absolutely, from next year.
Thank you, Camilla. Thank you, Nikki.
You're welcome.